Peter Ralston is a prolific and well-traveled photographer, but for decades his focus has been not just Maine, but one small part of the state's coast.
His work there has drawn national acclaim, and he writes about how he captures the sense of place in a new memoir. Ralston sat down with Rob Caldwell to talk about the book and a career that he credits to one of Maine's best-known artists.
In the 1960s and 70s, the most famous living artist in America might have been Andrew Wyeth. To Peter Ralston, growing up in Chaddsford, Pennsylvania, he was just Andy, his next-door neighbor and close friend. One evening, at a dinner with Andy and his wife Betsy, Ralston received what was not so much an invitation as a command.
She said verbatim, "It's time. You're coming to spend the summer with us in Maine." And that was that. And I did.
You write that you knew, even then, that you were going to spend the rest of your life in this place.
Day 4. I was here 4 days and driving around with Andy in the Jeep, meeting people that I'd seen in paintings and seeing places. And yeah, day 4, I knew this was it.
At the time, Peter Ralston was traveling the world, working as a photojournalist. Andrew and Betsy Wyeth were watching what he did.
They basically saw that as me being like a flat rock skipping across a pond, far, fast, but never deep. And they brought me here to basically slow me down and to really gear me down. And it took.
As soon as you arrived in Maine, did you start going out and shooting?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always have a camera. I mean, that's like breathing.
Along the way, Betsy Wyeth bought 3 islands in Maine, including this one, Allen Island, which at the time was wild, overgrown, and abandoned year-round community. She turned to Peter Ralston and said,
"You got me into this. What the hell am I going to do with an island the size of Monhegan? Tell you what, you help me with this and the island, and we'll have a lot of fun. It'll be an adventure, and the island will be yours in all but title."
On the island, they cleared land and built a small working village that fishermen used as a base. And it opened the door to another project. In 1983, Ralston and his friend Philip Conkling founded the nonprofit Island Institute, dedicated to strengthening and preserving Maine's 15 remaining year-round island communities.
Here we are, 2 guys from away. And we're going to come in and tell Maine Islanders, hey, we're here to help you? Yeah, maybe not.
But the people from the Island Institute listened to the Islanders, and the Institute's work has been going on now for 4 decades. And Peter?
There's a shot right there.
Peter was shooting, always shooting, producing photographs that sold well and brought him acclaim.
I was in full discovery mode, and I was loving it. And since I was little, really, photography has been like breathing, so it was just a no-brainer.
What an incredible journey.
I didn't know the backstory.
No.
4 days in, he knew this was it.
And that's all just prologue for an incredible life. In 1997, Peter Ralston had a cerebral hemorrhage, and while undergoing surgery for that, he had a stroke. And then doctors found a tumor.
You can imagine, they said it was incredible he had survived.
They had never seen these 2 conditions present themselves together except during autopsies.
He writes about his life and work in a memoir that's called Going Deep. He was shaken by his medical trauma and stopped taking pictures for 6 years, and shares the act of love that got him to pick up a camera again.
Plus, in his body of work is the picture that Down East magazine considers one of the most iconic ever taken in Maine. You can hear more of Rob's conversation, including a hint about where Ralston's plans for the future will take him. That's on News Center Maine streaming.
Quite a conversation. Check it out. Ryan.